Just wanted to open the video with a little bell and a blessing to say thank you so much for clicking on this video and welcome. This is my first YouTube video ever. I am Julie of Astrology with Julie. I am an apprentice astrologer at the Forrest Center of Evolutionary Astrology, and I decided to make an EFT tapping video series based on the archetypes of the planets in astrology. So if you'd like to follow along this journey, please, I think, hit the subscribe button down below. I believe that connecting to the planetary archetypes with EFT tapping will help us partner with the planet's powers more generally in our own natal charts. Additionally, it can also help during challenging transits, which I personally have really experienced with Mars in the last, I guess, 8 months or so. And so as an apprentice astrologer, I've learned so much already. I just wanted to start sharing it because I think it could help people in a way that it's helped me. It's given me a beautiful, deep understanding of myself and others, which, if you're starting to study astrology, you'll understand that it's a never-ending search, right? And I really think that that compassion and beauty is something that the world needs more of. And I have really found a lot of peace and acceptance and compassion through this work of observing the cycles of our lives and our own planetary makeups that appear in our natal chart. So yeah, if you'd like to know more about your own natal chart, feel free to email me. My email address is astrologywithjulie, all one word, @gmail.com. And so my intention is to share an EFT tapping session based on the planet of that astrological cycle. So for instance, the ruling planet of this moment in Aries season is Mars, and I kicked off my Apprentice sort of account, social media account, at the beginning of Aries season a few weeks ago. And I wanted to make sure that I got this video created before the eclipse and before Mercury goes into retrograde. We're already in its shadow. So here we go. So yeah, because we're closing out Aries season, this tapping session is dedicated to the planet Mars. And my blessing for this moment is, may we all encompass the bravery that Mars inspires. Okay, so we're going to start tapping. And if you've never done it before, the first thing we kind of want to do is gauge where we are energetically with the energy of Mars archetype. So in this instance, you might want to think about, how have you been responding to your own impulsiveness or your own anger or any of the sort of archetypes that Mars might bring up in a person? Your self-assertiveness, and the darker road, maybe your self-righteousness, things like that. So think on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being the most intense and 1 being the least intense energy feeling around these archetypes. Are you really struggling? Maybe you're at a 10 with the Mars archetypes. And we're going to check in to see after we tap if that changes for you at all. So before we do the tapping, we're just going to close our eyes for a moment and imagine the Mars energy flowing through you and lighting you up, empowering you, bringing you that strength to be self-assertive, the strength to stop and take a breath before you impulsively react, the strength to really think about where your anger is coming from and how you want to channel it in a healthful way. I feel like this will be a helpful way for us to partner with that Mars energy. So in tapping, you've got that number in mind, I've got mine in mind, and we always start with a point called the karate chop point, which is the side of the hand. You can use, 2, 3 fingers, however you feel comfortable. And after we start chopping on the karate chop or tapping on the karate chop point, the other tapping points are, the eyebrow, the side of the eye, under the nose, the chin, collarbone, armpit. And so kind of if you wear a bra, it's kind of like where your bra would sit, kind of just back to the side of your chest. And then again at the top of the head. And then the cycle repeats. So after we start with the karate chop point, it's not quite as involved. So I will say a phrase, and the idea is that we tap through all the discomfort that the Mars archetype brings us and kind of name the things that are bothering us. And the idea is, as you're tapping, the stress from these phrases starts to dissipate. So after I say these phrases and tap, you'll repeat after me. And then we'll get to a point where we can start turning that around and kind of tap on the positive ways to embrace this archetypal energy. So with that being said, I'm going to try to remember to take my time, and I hope you enjoy. So we'll start with karate chop point. Even though I am unsure how to work with this fiery Mars energy, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am unsure how to work with this impulsive Mars energy, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I am unsure how to work with this intense Mars energy, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Okay, all of this Mars-induced stress is overwhelming me. I feel afraid of it. I don't think I can handle all of this Mars heat and anger. If I don't express it in a healthy way, my Mars rage gets internalized. I know that depression is anger internalized. This anger and frustration is taking my life force away from me. I am afraid I will be overtaken by the heat and anger of Mars. This fear is causing me to feel even angrier. I can't imagine how I will connect to Mars because anger scares me. So it is a vicious cycle. All this fear is rising. It is so hard to breathe when I am this upset. I can't manage this energy alone. I am afraid that the Mars energy will overtake me. I must stay in control of my anger. but I am scared of my anger. I know this stress isn't serving me. I want to live in harmony with the Mars energy. I am at ease when I embrace the high road of that Mars energy. When I am calm, I have the ability to hear the messages that Mars is sending me. Mars energy is powerful. Mars is fiery, and fire brings life. Mars teaches me to assert myself using healthy expressions. Mars helps me to embrace my inner courage. I have permission to feel my anger and fear without any shame. Embracing healthy Mars energy makes me a stronger person. Healthy Mars energy tells me I am the hero of my own story. Mars energy supports me when I initiate new projects and ideas. Mars energy blesses me with resilience. I am ready to partner with this Mars energy now. I can breathe easily now. I am brave and calm now because embracing Mars energy helps me reclaim my power. Mars is me and I am Mars. And so it is. This is just a close. Thank you so much for joining me. I don't know about you, but I feel a touch better after tapping that. So I encourage you to revisit this tapping anytime you're feeling overwhelmed by Mars energy in your chart, or any transits, or maybe you're just having a day you want to reaffirm that the power comes from inside of you. We all have the planet energies inside of all of us. And like I said, I can work with you to talk about how that shows up in your natal chart. Yeah, all the information is in the description below. Thank you so much for being here. Blessings, and I'm out. See you next time.